This portion of G4 has been brought to you by new Pringles Sweet Mesquite Barbecue Authentic Western Style. Taste from the land of the cowboys.
We're going behind the pages of Tips and Tricks magazine for some expert insight. We're going Link with Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. We're going deep with MLB Slugfest 2004, and we're going ancient with Indiana Jones, only in the special edition of Cheat. Hey, I'm Cory Rouse, and you're watching Cheat, Pringles Gamer's Guide, the half-hour power-up that gives you all your strategy, secrets, and cheats for all your favorite video games.
Hey, Cory.
Hey, Jeff, how are you, man? All right, we're inside the hallowed halls of Tips and Tricks magazine to help blow the dust off some of your favorite games, like Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, Ikaruga, and of course, Burnout 2, Point of Impact. But now it's time to get classical with The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Now, a lot of people were scared off from this game due to its cel-shading aspects. Well, just because it looks childlike doesn't mean the gameplay is childlike, which is why we're going to talk to Ara Sharinian to help him breathe new life into our title. Hey, we're here with Ara, contributing editor of Tips and Tricks magazine, here to talk about The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. First and foremost, did you have fun playing the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah? Now, did you play this at home or did you play it here in the offices?
Both.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like everywhere? Was it just completely all-encompassing?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, if you're doing a strategy, you pretty much have to spend most of your time with it.
Yeah,
You know?
and you get to work in your pajamas.
Exactly.
That's not that bad. Now, Link always has a lot of really cool weapons.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
I really like the grappling hook.
Yeah?
Just because my favorite thing to do with it is, you know, you can stun enemies with it.
What are some other uses for it?
You know, you can use it to climb things. You can throw it up on a pole that's way up high, and you can use it to climb up there, and you can use it to swing across gaps and things like that.
Awesome.
You know, as everybody knows, you know, there's this cel-shaded type style to Zelda, and it's probably causing a certain amount of controversy.
Right.
And there's some people who love it and they're like, wow, that's really cool, and some people who hate it. But I thought it was really interesting. I thought that Nintendo had a lot of guts to take this approach with the game. It's a lot more focused on animation.
Right.
And the movements of the characters and the expressions of the faces. And I think anybody who sees the game in motion, I think will be able to appreciate the choice of style that they made for this game.
Oh, that's great. Now, Legend of Zelda always has really tough puzzles in it. Mm-hmm. What's one that gave you a lot of problems?
There's in the fourth dungeon, I think, which is the Tower of the Gods, there's a series of puzzles that you have to go through. And one of them, there's this kind of idol statue that's in a room, and you have to carry it into the center of the dungeon.
Okay.
You have to do this repeatedly a couple times. It seems like it would be a simple matter to carry something from point A to point B, but obviously they make it really tough. And you know, you have to throw it across certain gaps, and there's just one puzzle where it just seems like it's impossible to throw it across this one particular gap. I mean, you walk right up to the edge, and you throw the idol over, and you don't seem to be able to have, you know, enough distance to be able to make it across. So I did this repeatedly, several times, and what happened finally was I realized that on the edge of this chasm, you know, there's a ledge and there's a wall, and there's this incredibly small ledge there that seems like you don't even notice it. You don't even think it's there, you just think it's part of the wall. But what you would have to do is you actually have to throw the guy onto the ledge on the side, and then pick him up again and then throw him across.
Well, how'd you find that little ledge? Did you just happen to look down, or was it something you were looking for?
It was, you know, well, you don't know to look for it, obviously, until you see it. It's just simply one of those matters of staring at something for long enough and then realizing it, and I'm a really stupid head, you know, I didn't see that.
I've been there. Hey, well, let me ask this. Have you ever played Burnout 2?
I haven't been playing it too much, but Jason's playing that, so I think you guys should go talk to him.
Sounds like the man we should go talk to. But first of all, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
And we're going to be talking to you in just a few minutes.
Absolutely.
But right now, the rest of you guys, follow me. Hey, we're here with Jason, senior editor here at Tips and Tricks magazine. Going to talk about some Burnout 2 Point of Impact. Now, Jason, first of all, thanks for coming on the show. And also, this just came out this was already out for PS2 in the fall, and it just came out for GameCube and Xbox.
Yeah, the Xbox and GameCube versions are actually a little bit different. There's 15 more exclusive crash mode sequences in the game.
Whenever you first turned it on, what was the first thing that hit you about Burnout 2? Was it the gameplay? Was it the graphics? I mean, was there anything that just really grabbed you?
Well, the thing is, it's a very basic driving game, but it's a lot better than any of them out there for the most part. I mean, you wouldn't expect that, you know, either, because there's so many driving games out there, and their key selling point, I would say, is the crash mode, because a lot of people, you know, kids want to, like, you know, create some havoc and stuff, and everybody's dream is, you know, just get in their car and just, you know, do whatever you want on the freeway. But it's a very solid driving game too, you know, and the cars really don't make the game. It's the fact that it has the crash mode and the fact that, you know, you can use the police car or something in the crash mode, and all these other cars just, you know, knock and overturn things. You could have endless hours of fun just being in the crash mode and messing around.
That's great.
The thing is with Burnout 2, the crash course sequence itself, it's unlike any other game. I mean, you're basically trying to create the perfect accident with the most damage, which is something that a lot of people would probably love to do in real life, you know, demolition derby style. But, you know, you're trying to create like millions and millions of dollars in damage, and you get to see buses topple over and just crunch on the cars, and it's like the ultimate freeway traffic jam.
Now, are you doing that by setting up the track, or are you doing that in your car
You're doing that in your car. You're actually trying to position yourself to hit a certain vehicle in a certain way, which will actually ricochet off another, then create like a little monopoly, which will, you know, give a domino effect, and all the cars just start piling on top of each other, and, you know, you got $50 million in havoc.
Awesome. Now, what was your favorite crash course? Did you have like one particular accident?
There's one called Hairpin Havoc. You're coming off like this turn, and then all of a sudden there's like two big semi-trucks coming, and then you're supposed to like crash into one of them, get in the air, and then there's like a bunch of buses that come off too, and then they all start rolling on top of each other. Because each time you hit a bus and it rolls over, which is actually pretty hard to do, you get like $1 million in damage, and it multiplies by each car. So I mean, you can get like upwards $50–60 million in damage just from one accident.
So it's hard to flip a school bus?
It's really hard to flip a regular bus. They don't have school buses, just the regular type of like a metro bus or something.
All right, Jason, well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And we're coming back to you in just a few minutes about some Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, do what you need to do, because I've got a lot of questions.
I'll help you out as much as I can.
Dude, I'm stuck. Seriously. All right, you know what? When we come back, we're going to help you cheat your way to the World Series in MLB Slugfest 2004. Also, we're going straight to the top to talk to a man about how to talk to animals in Animal Crossing. All that and more coming up on Cheat.
This summer,
I've been a victim too long.
an experience beyond the film.
Expecting someone else?
In a world of classic villains,
I killed the Hulk!
45 devastating attacks, 25 destructible environments. Smash up to 10 enemies at once. From Vivendi Universal Games comes the Hulk.
I've got to tell you, a few weeks ago, I saw the White's metal detector ad on TV. In no time at all, my local dealer had me out treasure hunting. I was finding the good stuff my first day. And the best part? You can see what's in the ground before you dig it up.
Your treasure hunting can start right now. Call for your free catalog and video.
My wife said I needed a healthy hobby. She's proud of the weight I've lost. and really proud of this.
When it comes over me, and I totally lose control, I like it.
All the rage. All the power. Unleash the fury. Hulk, the game. Rated T for T.
Oh, boy. Good dog. Okay. Bye-bye.
Feeling greasy? Next time, grab Pringles.
New high score. Hey, welcome back to Cheap Pringles Gamer's Guide. I'm Cory Rouse. We're going to continue our special edition trip through the pages of Tips and Tricks magazine. Next up, Animal Crossing. Now, this has been described by Nintendo as a communications game. So we're going to talk to the man that knows it all about Animal Crossing. Tips and Tricks magazine's editor-in-chief, Chris Bieniek. Hey, we're sitting here talking with Chris, editor-in-chief, the big head honcho here at Tips and Tricks magazine. And we're talking about some Animal Crossing. Hey, good thumbs up there. Nice.
I
Hey,
love Animal Crossing.
Oh, cool. Well, that's why we're here.
Okay.
All right, so what do you love about it?
It's a totally different type of game than anything I've ever played. It's very moderately paced, and it's a good beginner's game. You know, not that I'm a beginner, but there's a lot of depth to this game. I like the customization options. You can create your own clothes, design your own house, and it's all about linking up with other people, getting people to travel to your town. You know, finding out what kind of stuff they got in their store, and it goes on forever. I think it goes till at least 2030, and nobody knows what happens after that point.
Wow. Now, is this something, are you pretty much on it to where you play it every day?
Yeah, you pretty much have to play it every day because if you're trying to complete your catalog, you're trying to get all the furniture, all the carpeting, you have to look and see what's in Tom Nook's shop for sale.
Okay, so what about different puzzles in the game? Is there anything that is giving you any difficulty?
One of the toughest things to do in Animal Crossing is trying to get the golden axe, which is a special axe that doesn't break. Normal axe, you whack a tree 15 or 20 times and it breaks. You have to go buy a new one. To get the golden axe, you have to have what the wishing well considers to be a perfect town. And in order to do that, you have to plant about 12 or 13 trees in almost every acre where it's possible to do so. Pick all your weeds, not have any garbage laying on the ground. Once you get to the point where the wishing well says your town is perfect, you have to keep it that way another 2 weeks.
Wow.
And if you're able to do so without any lapses in that perfect rating, you go to the wishing well and you're given the golden axe. There's a dude who comes out of the well, his name's Farley. It's this old guy, and he gives you the axe and you never see him again.
That's a little creepy.
It's creepy, but it's cool when there's something in the game that only happens once.
Right.
And you're never gonna see that guy again, and it's almost like you want to videotape it, or get your friends to come and take a look. I'm getting the golden axe.
Yeah,
Come on over. No, I'm never gonna get another one.
So what about, when you're playing this game, is there anything like warnings or anything kind of cautions that you want to throw to any of the viewers out there that...
I would encourage people to play the game the way it's supposed to be played, because like I said, you'll get the most out of the experience that way. Part of the entertainment value of the game is in the collecting, trying to get all the fish, trying to catch all the bugs, and the reward you get for doing those things. If you catch all the fish, you get a golden fishing rod. If you catch all the bugs, you get a golden net.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you know what? It's been great talking with you, Chris.
too.
Now, you also are you're the big man on campus here.
I'm the editor-in-chief of Tips and Tricks.
Yeah, there it
For
is.
what it's
So
worth.
that's worth a lot right now.
So they say.
All right. So who did you assign to Ikaruga?
Ikaruga was given to Ara. Ara's our shoot-'em-up guy.
Ara.
Loves Ikaruga.
All right. Hey, well, then we're going to talk to him some more about that. All right, let's go find Ara. Hey, we're back with Ara, our tips and tricks expert, to help us take aim on Ikaruga. Now, this is it's a top-down 2D shooter.
That's right. One of the great things about Ikaruga is that it's proof that high technology isn't necessary for a great game. And by that I mean, if you look at all the really, really great games that they've made over the years, Tetris, for example, or Dance Dance Revolution, while they utilize technology, certainly, if you think about it, they could have been made 5-10 years before they actually surfaced. And the same is true with Ikaruga. I mean, yes, you couldn't do the graphics that you see today with them, but the game idea is not dependent on technology. And, that's really, I believe, what the true spirit of games are about. It's not about graphics, it's about gameplay.
Well, what do you think contributes to its success? I mean, why is it so wildly popular?
The cool thing about Ikaruga, and one of the most interesting things, is that the gameplay in Ikaruga is truly novel and it's truly unique. There's a black and white system where everything in the game is either black or white. All bullets, enemies, even your player character, it's either black or white. And your ship has the ability to switch between black and white at any point in time. And there's a lot of strategy that's integrated in this system. Whereas, for example, if you shoot something while you're black and your enemy is white, you inflict twice as much damage as you would otherwise. Alternatively, when you're white, you absorb all white bullets. And they make the game interesting because there's so many bullets on the screen at any one point in time that you're not able to dodge everything. So you have to pick which side that you're going to be on, which color and you just dodge, the ones that pretty much don't match that color.
There is the bullet eater technique. Now, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. It's also known as dot eater. Basically, the way that they've designed this game is that if you're hardcore enough, it's possible to play through the entire game without even shooting once. And because you absorb bullets in the game, and since that's all you're doing if you're not shooting, they call it dot eater. And if you're good enough, it's possible to play through the entire game without firing one shot.
Wow. All right. Kudos to them. Thanks a lot, Ara.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good job, buddy. Good job. All right, now stick around because we got more expert insight coming to you from our special look inside the pages at Tips and Tricks magazine. But first, it's time for the Pringles popularity poll. We're traveling to the past in the lands of ancient China for this week's Pringles popularity poll. Dynasty Warrior 3 gamers have taken a break from battle to cast their vote for their favorite code at g4tv.com/cheat. These codes featured unlocking all 20 free mode missions, the entire movie gallery, all the Wu characters, the Warriors of the Cow Cow, Liu Bei's Warriors, or all the Dynasty Warriors, whether you're Wu, Wei, or Shu. The codes that don't pop with gamers will have to wait for the next battle. This week's combatant of popularity is Unlock All Dynasty Warriors. On the PlayStation 2, cheat codes are entered at any time from the main menu. Press R2, 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 L1, triangle, L2, 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 R1, square. Now you can choose which warriors you want on your side, the Wei, Wu, or Shu. Be sure to travel back to g4tv.com/cheat and cast your vote in the next Pringles popularity poll.
Hi, I'm Tracy Bingham, and you're watching G4.
There's a use for greasy-feeling chips. And there's Pringles.
Indy's back and ready for action. Punch, kick, and whip your way through 3 continents in Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Rated T for teen.
Go back to where you were created in X2 Wolverine's Revenge. The game. Use your mutant powers and stealth to uncover your mysterious past. Take on your arch enemies and a few other surprises.
I don't like surprises.
X2 Wolverine's Revenge, the game. Rated T for teen. And on May 2nd, the powers unite. X2 the movie, only in theaters.
Huh?
Get him, Dad! What's up with that?
Do you consider yourself a star?
I'm the same girl I've always been.
You don't sound surprised about your popularity.
I've been deeply involved in the gaming community for years. It's where my biscuits buttered, so to speak.
If you could describe yourself in 5 words or less, what would you say?
I fall, I get back up.
That's 6 words, actually.
You're a cheeky one, aren't you?
Ready, go team!
Lock and load because the search for our new arena champion begins with a clash.
Gamma starts the round off by showing some gymnastics skills.
They are getting tons of kills and they even tied up the second round.
Look at that!
Cade is not giving up.
Ryu lands a major hit on Kyo. The pressure is on.
Arena, tonight at 11 p.m., powered by the Intel Pentium 4 processor.
In 2003, the signs will point to perfection, and the world will be ready for the first celebration of video games, G4. Join enlightened guests and G4 gurus on a search for the most G4ic gaming experiences of the year in Pre-4. The journey to truth begins Friday at 9 p.m., presented by EB Games.
Hey, I'm Cory Rouse, and I got a lifetime subscription to Tips and Tricks magazine thanks to cheating. Hey, welcome back to Cheat, Pringles Gamer's Guide. Now we're taking a romp through the magical world that is Tips and Tricks magazine. And on deck is MLB Slugfest 2004. Now we heard the big man to talk to around here is Anatole Brown. So he's gonna help us combine 2 of America's pastimes, baseball and cheating. Let's check it out. All right, now we're talking with Anatole, who's the executive editor here at Tips and Tricks magazine. He's going to give us some cheat codes for MLB Slugfest 2004. All right, my friend, what have you got for us?
All these codes are done during the loading screen. It's what Midway likes to call combat codes, because they started with the Mortal Kombat tradition of putting little icons in during the loading screen, and then you punch them in. And for example, you can put in the unlimited turbo code, and that's pressing all 3 of the buttons 4 times and then hitting down. Now what happens when you hit these buttons every time, you'll see the icons change, and you want to do it 4 times and see the icons change 4 times on all 3 of the little boxes, and then you can get the unlimited turbo. There's other cool stuff that you can get, like the different stadium cheats. You can get a Coliseum, you can get the Forbidden City, like the one you see in The Last Emperor, and you can also check out all the different kinds of bats they have. They have a mace bat, they have the sword bat, and they have all these kind of different bats you can do, and you can change some of the physics in it too. You can have max turbo and max power, and a lot of them are maxing out your stats, so you have this incredibly unstoppable player.
Cool. What would you think is the most useful code that someone could use to take their team to the World Series?
I would definitely say the max power and max speed. I mean, you got a max power player, and you know, he's just going to crack the ball. He's just going to run around the bases full speed, and almost every time he cracks the ball out, he's going to hit a home run out of the park. It makes everybody look like Barry Bonds. My favorite code that's in the latest one is the new edition of Mortal Kombat characters. You can make a all Sub-Zero team. You can make all Scorpion team, and those are really cool codes, and you got to check them out, because they're, you know, Scorpion's, you know, throwing the ball, and Sub-Zero's batting. I mean, there's nothing funnier. Another thing you should maybe try to check out is, just for laughs, beam the batter several times, because this time in the new MLB Slugfest, the batter will get pretty angry, and he'll catch on fire and run after the pitcher, and you got to check that out. Just a little bit on a tip on when you're putting the cheats in. A lot of these cheats, you know, they'll require the square and triangle and circle buttons, and you gotta hit them really fast before the loading screen disappears. And a lot of these codes will have like 2, 2, 3 or something like that, and then so you gotta hit this button twice, the next button twice, and the next button 3 times. A real easy way to do that is hit all of those together. So what you wanna do is you wanna hit it like 1, 2, 3, and then down, something like that.
Perfect. Anatole, thank you so much for helping us
problem.
out here, all right? Hey, you know what? We're running out of time, and we got to get over to Jason's office because he's going to help me out with some Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. That's something that's near and dear to my heart because I'm stuck, all right? So let me see if he can help us out. All right, we're almost out of time, but I had to come back and talk to Jason about Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Jason, I'm stuck, all right? I'll admit it. I'm stuck in the dungeon level of Prague, okay? You know how you walk all the way through, you go through the entire dungeon. Towards the very end, you like fill up your little canteen, then you do like a whip to the hook.
Let me tell you to get out of that. That's a little bit of a trouble spot for everybody. There's a bird cage. There's a bird cage. You're sitting there looking at the bird cage, and you need to whip swing across it. So you do that, and then you wall climb to the left, and then there will be a lever. You pull the lever, and then voila, the bird cage now reveals like a whip. You have to actually jump onto the whip and climb all the way to the top, moving the camera 3/4 view to the right. Then you're gonna see a little archway where you have to jump. Then you swing your whip back and forth, you jump into the archway, you'll find your way the rest of the time. Whatever you do, don't jump back across that chasm. You're gonna die easily every single time.
I've done that so many times.
Yeah. It's very frustrating just to even get to that part, but when you finally get there and reach that point, it's the pinnacle of the entire level. You just really want to get it over with, and the only thing you can do is just make sure you wipe your palms clean because you're going to be sweating, and then just make that little crucial jump and the little lever, and then just climb up and you're out of the way. There's also one more trouble spot in Ceylon, in the Idol of Kurawatu level.
Okay. The crocodile.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a little glitch there, actually. A lot of times there's a giant gator that decides it wants to eat the bridge, and you're trying to swim your way to the left, but usually he's going to eat you. But there's actually a way to fool the crocodile into moving in a circular pattern. So what you do is you jump into the river, and you start swimming normally. Then when you see the crocodile about ready to chew you, you move the analog left stick in a circular motion. And what that does is the gator decides it wants to follow you in that circular motion. At that point, he can't bite you for some reason. So you just move forward about 3 or 4 feet, and then you do the circle again, and then he will continue to follow you like that, and he won't harm you.
So every time he comes up to you, you just keep doing the circle.
Keep doing the circle, yep. Every single time, and he's not going to harm you at all. It's a lot easier instead of having to worry about these random chains that are lying on the right-hand side of that level.
Right.
Trying to fend your way with a knife under that little area in the water.
Yeah.
You just don't have to worry about that anymore when you do the little gator glitch.
Anything else, the level I'm on, anything else to expect in the future?
Well, there's certain levels where you're going to be trying to locate these 30 artifacts throughout the game. And what you have to remember is that when you finish the game, you haven't actually found everything. So if you want to locate everything in the game, you're actually going to have to go back and find these artifacts, which will give Indiana Jones a ton of money and, power of glory, riches, fame, and everything after he locates them, supposedly.
When you're fighting, okay, do you have any advice on that? Because a lot of time, I'm using a lot of my ammo shooting the guys who have guns.
Indiana Jones, the best thing you can do is standard hit, and run, unless it's a lot easier enemy to defeat. So if it's somebody who's weak, you can just pummel onto them and that's it.
Right.
But if it's a group of enemies, you want to take on maybe 2 in a corner or something and, kind of punch one, punch another, punch one, punch another, then you'll be fine.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jason. I really, really appreciate it. Well, that's all the time we have. A very special thank you to our friends here at Tips and Tricks Magazine for letting us haunt the hall for just a little bit. And now, if you missed anything, well, then check out our cheat sheet master database at g4tv.com/cheat. Or if you want to see something on the show, well, then shoot us a viewer request to cheat@g4tv.com. That's all she wrote. I'm Cory Rouse saying, remember, if life's got you down, throw it into God mode and keep kicking butt. We'll see you next time on Cheat. Hey, I'm Cory Rouse, and I got a lifetime subscription to Trips and Ticks. But first, it's time to get classical. We're talking about Link and the Adventures of Link. Link sausage. Anybody like Link sausage? I had a patty melt once that made me gassy. We're going behind the pages of Tips and Tricks magazine for some expert insight. We're going Link with Legends of Zelda. Well, I went off and thinking, what do I want for lunch? Hey, we're inside the hollowed halls of... the hollowed halls. We've hollowed them out. Hear the acoustics? Oh, oh, oh.